Hello, welcome to the first ever episode of Ain't That Just the Way with Jordan Payne and my co-host
Austin Hilarowicz.
Yes. Wow, I can't believe you're we're doing it. So you can download the free app Jess FM on for your Apple or your Android. You can phone in at 403-942-0068. You can catch us right now on Facebook Live at www.facebook.com/JessFM. You can also get us on YouTube and the website jessfm.ca. I think I covered all the bases. That is a lot of platforms. We are international.
You should be able to.
You should be able to see us and listen to us. Yeah. So who are we? What do we do?
Jordan, who are you?
So my name is Jordan Payne. I'm a recent graduate at the University of Lethbridge, the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dramatic Arts with a major in performance. Now that is also a mouthful. And you're in the same program.
I am, yes. I'm in my last semester of that program, which is kind of daunting. So it means you're in the real world.
Yeah.
It's my last theater semester, and then it's summer school for a little bit.
Yeah. Summer school is a lot better, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. It's nice because the teachers know you don't want to be there, and they don't want to be there, so they're just kind of they're trying to get it out as quickly as possible, and they want it to be as painless, unless. Well, actually, I took Women in Gender Studies once, and she was a grad student, and she made us do, like, a podcast, and I was like, girl, what can I get for this? But it was also a 1,000-level course that was in the summer. It was a 1,000-level Women in Gender Studies intro class, and she made us do, like, a podcast and a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
Anyways, we should probably talk about Ain't That Just the Way. So basically, we're kind of a broad show. We're going to be talking about life, love, sex, dating, from the perspective of me, one male, gay, queer human, and
as a straight man, we're just everybody.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about emotions, and something you brought up today was the concept of men being able to cry, and how crying is like not a thing that we feel like we're allowed to do, and we cry, it's weakness, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, this is something like masculinity and femininity, right? Where it's then feminine if men cry or if they show their emotions in public, and
that's got negative connotations to it. Yeah, like that's a
exactly right. It's like there should be a balance of masculinity and femininity in both. Men, whatever you identify. Exactly.
I'm crying every day.
No, I do too.
Oh my goodness. Well, now that I'm out in the real world,
just stresses me.
Just crying. Yeah, just crying. Constantly crying inside. Something that doesn't make me cry, but sometimes makes other people cry, is the holiday season. So let's talk about the holiday season.
Okay. Yes. What were you going to say?
We're in full swing of holiday season. Yeah.
And you work in retail. I was that for Christmas.
It's interesting. I've worked a few retail jobs during the Christmas season, and it varies. The first place I was at the mall was Showcase, the As Seen on TV store, and it was Christmas remixes to the max all the time. People were just absolutely crazy about it, and it was 24-hour Christmas music. Now I work at Le Chateau. Now it's a little bit less. Now it's like every 5 songs is a Christmas song, which is really nice. But I'd actually talked to someone about the Christmas season and about holiday Christmas music and making retail workers listen to Christmas music. And she was probably joking, but she had mentioned that it was kind of putting people through the ringer a little bit. It's just kind of, because it's kind of forced on everyone, and it's really ironic because you have all of this holiday music, and it's all like the weather outside, it's all like, and then people are walking around and like, I'm mad. Why would you let me return this thing? And I'm like, well, it's just like so.
It's kind of funny because you have like this festive Christmas music, and yet people are stressed and cranky because it all revolves around money.
Yes.
People feel like they need to spend so much money on to show how much they care about their loved ones.
Yeah, and it's all materialistic.
Exactly, right? Like, are you going to hold on to that thing the next 5 years? Or, it's for me, especially like growing up, I loved all the, as a kid, like, materialistic things, the new video games that would come out and whatnot. But now it's totally like, you know, if I can just be with my family since I live so far away, 2 hours is far away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it feels nice in that sense, and you have the festivities of Christmas.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience as a child with Christmas, like in the house? Like, are there any kind of traditions that you guys do? Is there any kind of like little fun, quirky stuff that you guys do?
Okay. So I'm gonna drop my mom under the bus right now. It's just listening. But for 2 seconds here, for a second. My grandparents listened last Sunday and didn't hear us at 7 o'clock, and so I hope they're listening now because they are. Yeah, and they're tuning in from Cranbrook, BC.
Oh, hi, Cranbrook, BC. Yeah. How's it going?
So Dutch Christmas, yes. So actually, speaking of the 2 grandparents that I just talked about, every Christmas Eve, we would go over to their house, and it was my mom's side of the family. We would do dinner and Christmas with them, and we'd be driving home, and my brother and I would be in the back seats, and my brother would be asleep, or I'd be wide awake and just looking out the window, and I would always see this, like, a red light in the sky, and as a kid, you don't necessarily believe that that's an airplane, which happened to be what it was, but I would always be like, hey, that's Rudolph. My parents would be they'd believe it, and they would, like, feed me this little, I don't know, this fantasy, I suppose, and we would get home and do the whole, like, carrots for the reindeer and cookies for Santa and stuff like that. But every Christmas Eve in Okotoks, you might know this because you're from Okotoks, there'd be Santa Claus would come on the fire truck. Yes. And there'd be a whole parade of all of the emergency vehicles. My mother would run outside on the front sidewalk and listen for this and get way too excited. Yeah. As a kid, you'd go out and listen, you'd see Santa and like dancing and stuff, and it was fantastic. But you'd get to the age of 16, 17, you're like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm just going to watch from the window type thing. Yeah. But no, there's my mom standing on the driveway, just waving away, and she comes in, she's tearing up, and I'm like, are you okay? She's like, it's just so magical. It's Santa, and So.
Now, random odd question.
Yes.
Type of cookie. Was there a specific type? I don't know. Was there a specific type of cookie that you left for him?
It depends, because there would be another grandparent, actually, my noni, would make really good gingerbread cookies with like these little, you know, those Coke balls that you'd always get as a kid, like little silver balls. So she would always put those in. No, as like the eyeball or something like that for the reindeer.
Oh, cute.
But
cute.
Or if they were Christmas trees, she would decorate them with the ornaments and stuff. But so if we got some baking from her, that would be what we would put out for Santa, or if it was just us, it'd be like sugar cookies or stuff that my mom made and stuff like that. So.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that, and just asking
specific cookies.
Yeah, specific cookies. Like if there's a specific kind of cookie that Santa likes, does Santa like a specific kind of cookie?
Well,
does he prefer like oatmeal to like oatmeal raisin?
No, I think everybody hates raisin cookies, and I don't think that's...
Excuse me.
You like raisin cookies?
I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I will say it right now. I am probably one of the only people that actually enjoy oatmeal raisin cookies.
When a chocolate chip cookie looks like a chocolate chip cookie, you take a bite out of it, and it's a raisin, that's the biggest betrayal.
Oh, that's too funny. You're not the first person who has spoke similar
about raisin.
Yeah, about betrayals of seeing a cookie and being like, wow, that's a chocolate chip cookie, and then biting into it and it's a raisin.
Okay, if there's chocolate chips and raisins, that's fine.
Okay.
It's like sweet.
But like, who does that though? Have you ever had a chocolate chip raisin cookie? Because I sure as heck haven't. Let's try that.
I'm trying to find a hybrid name.
Choco raisin.
I had a really interesting name, but it was not appropriate. What did you say? Chocolate raisin?
Choco raisin.
Choco raisin.
Yeah. But that's really sweet though, because raisins are naturally sweet. So I feel like that would just be
the sweetness of the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Maybe just like don't do that. Or just skip out all together.
Just have regular chocolate chip.
Don't mess with the good thing.
Yeah, don't mess with the good thing.
Okay, those people that put out like vegetables for Santa, like when they're trying to teach their kids how to be healthy. No, it happens. Or like trail mix, like.
I've never heard of it.
No. I've seen pictures of like trail mix and carrots or like vegetables.
Right.
And I'm like, are you trying to ruin Santa for your kids too?
Here, have a healthy alternative, Santa. Your blood pressure is probably real high.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been stressful.
Yeah. Did you do cookies too when you were?
Yeah. But we did, like, we wouldn't always do cookies. We would do little like mincemeat pies.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would do mincemeat pies instead of cookies. Like we only feel like we only really did cookies when we came to Canada.
Right.
If you don't know at home, or if you can't hear my accent, I am from the UK.
He has an accent.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
So I'm originally from the UK. I moved here when I was 12 years old. So I've been here for 12 years now. And some things didn't, translate directly over from the UK. And, okay, a little anecdote time.
Okay.
A little funny story.
I'm
This
ready.
is completely irrelevant. But I remember the first time I ever came to Canada, and it was my first week in a new school, and I was terrified. And I walked up to this girl who I also had a crush on at the time.
Yeah. Wow, times have changed.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
And I walked up to her, and I'd made a mistake on my paper, and I said, "Excuse me, could I borrow your rubber?"
Oh no.
Which I didn't know. No one told me that a rubber is another name for a condom. What the fuck is that?
And you're
shit?
12 years old?
I'm 12 years old, and I asked this girl, and I'm in a Catholic school, and I said, "Excuse me, can I borrow your rubber?" Well, she goes red.
Yeah.
All the boys around her laugh at me. I'm like, well, I can never show my face at this school ever again, so I guess I'm leaving. That's not happening.
Yeah.
And she was
Did
like,
you move schools?
"No, I didn't."
Okay, you just left.
No, I was very dramatic about it. Though.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
came home, and it was like, "This is the worst day.
Yeah.
This is the worst day ever." Because there's an eraser. So
Yeah.
great. No one told me that. That's fantastic. Needless to say, I never asked another girl for a rubber ever again. Just erasers.
That's good.
But yeah, like stuff like that. It's so like weird. Like I remember asking people where where's the bin? Where's the bin? And they're like, what? What's that? I'm like, fuck, okay, what is
Garbage?
it? Garbage.
There you-
Garbage
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah. But it was like that weird, like,
You had to find the
yeah, you have
equivalents,
to find the word. You're like, what is it? So, like, I remember one time I went on a road trip with some friends, and I was really tired. We'd been on the road for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need to open the boot
Okay,
of the car.
Oh, okay, I know what
The
that is
boot.
now.
You know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the trunk of
Yeah,
car,
it's the
right?
trunk. Yeah. So I was like, open the boot. She's like, what? I'm like, open the boot. She's like, what? I'm like, open the trunk. I don't care. Open
Okay,
the
well,
back
here's
of
the
the
thing.
car.
So, like, if you've never heard the term boot before, what would you
Yeah.
assume that would be? You know what I mean?
Open
Like,
the boot?
like if
Yeah, that's fair.
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be the trunk of the car, right?
Yeah.
What else would it be?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think.
Maybe it's a
Open the
secret
boot?
compartment under the
boot.
car.
Yeah.
The boot.
Open the secret boot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it was just kind of a little tidbit. Anyways,
What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about
talking
Santa.
about Santa,
And his blood
yeah.
pressure and cookies.
Well, Father Christmas is what we call it in the
Diabetes.
UK.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Father Christmas,
Father
Old Saint
Christmas.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, I know him as Krampus, too, but I'm not German.
Krampus. Have
right.
you? Okay, have you seen that movie?
I have.
Have you
I
seen?
watched it
Krampus?
with you.
Did we watch?
Probably.
Oh yeah, I think we did. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a very-
I watched it again.
Okay, I would
Yeah.
suggest watching this movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Krampus.
Cool Krampus. Yeah.
I think it's Austrian. Krampus is this Austrian folk tale. It's
yeah.
German around, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about like this man who is like the evil
shadow
brother or the shadow of
of-
Santa Claus.
yeah.
Yeah, and he like takes the naughty kids, puts them in a bag, and then beats them with a stick.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't.
He
even
looks,
put that in.
oh god. Yeah.
Movie.
They no, they didn't. But I mean, if you look at pictures of Krampus, he's this
That's too funny.
goat man, and it looks awful.
Goat man.
Yeah, he
wow.
looks pretty satanic. But
Yeah, but it's a pretty
the movie still
campy. Yeah, the
yeah,
movie
it's
is
like
very
comedy,
campy.
comedic, like
Yeah.
comedic horror. Because it's
Yeah.
not a scary element.
It's like, have you ever seen Drag Me to Hell?
no.
That's a funny one. That's
Just
like
because that title sounds terrifying.
it's not terrifying. It's not at all. It's,
You know me. We just watched A Haunting of Hill House together.
Oh yeah, Haunting of Hill
And,
House. Yeah.
That show, it's not scary
No, but
necessarily, but it
yeah.
leaves up to the imagination. I suppose.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got spooky at times.
Yeah. So let's talk about the end of school. So you're still in
yes.
school, you mentioned. End of semester stuff. How's that going? Break it down for us.
Okay, so this term, I was in a directing class.
Right.
And you actually
I was
got to
in-
experience
yeah,
some of that
I was
too.
in that show. Yeah.
So in the directing 2 class that I'm in right now, our main goal throughout the semester was to work on a directing piece. Like we were to direct a cast based off an excerpt from a play that we decided to cast and to direct.
Yeah.
So throughout the whole semester, you have to work on this thing called a prompt book, which
Okay.
is research of your scene, everything from the lighting breakdown to your characters' intentions. If people don't know what intentions are, you have to know what every character wants at every given moment.
Yeah, like objectives and
Yeah, and it's like if you're not a theater person, it's a lot, and everybody that's in theater hates it because it's just so much like paperwork in a way. You got to break down your script into these things called units, and then talk about what each character wants in each unit. Anyways, it's a nightmare. But luckily, our script was pretty surface level stuff. Like everything was there for what you guys wanted. We did a piece called, for those that didn't get to see it, Paradise Lost by Aaron Shields, who also wrote, what was that play Aditi called? That
Montparnasse.
Yes, I always butchered them.
Yes, Montparnasse.
But yeah, she wrote that.
That's lovely.
And then this is her newest piece called Paradise Lost, which is a satire based off John Milton's Paradise Lost. So yes, we did that. So that was the main stress for me, was working on this, finding time to schedule rehearsals and get everybody together and do this, and have time for our director Gail, our teacher Gail, to come and see.
Also, hello Gail.
Yeah,
Gail's probably watching.
Hopefully. No, we're not saying anything bad. No, but yeah. So besides that, there was just little papers here and there to do. I mean, I might not be stressed with my course load, but it's people around me that are going through different stresses with finals and stuff like that. More people have different papers and different finals to do.
Well, and like the season 2, I mean, the hours of the day are getting shorter. So, like, you go to school and it's dark, and then you come out of that building and it's still dark. And for those who don't know, the fine arts department has no natural light.
Nope,
we are
in the basement.
In the basement. We are in the dark. The vitamin D is low, like the scurvy is real.
Yeah, we all vampires. We're all pale, and they got bags under our eyes.
300 bags under our eyes.
Oh.
And sometimes it's hard for us because we don't leave, you know. A lot of us have class, and I mean, I know there are classes that start at 8 a.m. I do understand that. But our earliest class started at 9. And I know, big whoop, you start at 9. But, like, it's a lot. When you're at class from 9 until 4, and then you have rehearsal from 6 until 10, and then you're at the school until like 4 in the morning because you're working on that Jehovian. No, what is not Jehovian? What is it? Elizabethan.
Jacobean.
Jacobean. That's a whole other story. But yeah, it's a lot. It can be really a lot. And, you know, seasonal affective disorder is a thing that we all experience. And it's really good, friends and pals, to keep your vitamins up. So whether that's squishy gummies, whether that's getting some bananas, getting some oranges. There was something that a pal told me yesterday about how there's something that has more vitamin C in it than just oranges. I don't know. Comment below if you know what that is. Share it with people. Another big aspect of this show that we want to talk about and include is self-care, and talking about the different ways that you can self-care and really being selfish. And I was talking to my roommate the other night, and they were talking about how being selfish has turned into such a negative thing, but it's really important that we be selfish.
I think it's the word too, right? It's the connotation of the word. It sounds like when you say you're selfish, it sounds like you're just in it for you.
Yeah, and that you're disregarding everyone else, which it's not. You're making sure that you look out for you.
I think that's why, like, self-care comes into play, when that's where people are like, you know, I'm taking some self-care time or whatever.
Instead of being selfish, you call it self-care. And it's really, really important, pals. It's really important. If you have a thing you need to do, but you're not feeling it in that day or in that moment, just, like, let people know and be open. That's the best thing you can do.
A lot of people are open to your openness, I suppose. I don't think... I mean, a lot of my friends don't expect me to do something or say something or be in a specific mood. Like, I know when we hang out, like, Jordan and I hang out all the time, even if it's just to, like, watch Netflix and
literally just for an hour. It's like, okay, I want to watch a show for an hour. Do you want to hang out? Sure, okay.
But he'll know, like, if I'm not in a good mood, I don't feel like I have to, like, put on this persona that I'm not in a bad mood with you, right? And it's just like, then you just know how to interact with me and vice versa, right? So the last thing you should be doing is putting on a mask in front of your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And then bottles up the emotions.
Yeah, and then also it's important to know and acknowledge that you don't have to always open up to people. You know, if someone goes, "Hey, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?" You can be like, "I'm fine. I'm not really fine, but I don't want to talk about it." And I think that's also important because that's something that, shout out to my roommates, hey Ren and Ace, something that they taught me, both of them, were to ask people permission before you, like, dump whatever your feelings on them, because you never know where people are at with themselves. So you're like, hey, I'm having a bad day, can I vent to you? And they're like, yeah, sure, you can vent to me. But also acceptable to be like, hi, I've had a really rough day, I don't really want to talk about it. Leave it at that.
Well, I saw like a status the other day, or it was like a picture on somebody's status on Facebook, but it was like somebody was saying, I was about to talk to my friend about something serious, but before I did, I asked, hey, are you in the right mindset to take what I'm about to say to you? Because if somebody's not in that great of mindset, they're not going to help you or themselves.
No.
Right? So,
well, and it's the worst if you're having a bad day and you get like 3 paragraphs from your friend that's like all of this stuff, and you're like, I can't.
You want to be there,
you want
but
to be
it's
there,
like,
but then
you're not there.
You're not there, and so you can't give them the best advice that they deserve or they need, and then. It's really good to be able to say, hey, like, I'm really sorry about what's going on, but I'm just not in a place. And I think people need to understand that that's not like a negative thing. Also, like, don't be mad at
especially over social media too, right? That's that's the thing that I don't really love is like how social media has become like your friendships and your relationships become more social media based. Right. Where you say all these personal things or you say all these like deep things over a screen, right? So you can't read tone, you can't read like how a person is trying to say something. I know it's hard to like meet up with people even just to have a conversation, but phone people I think is like if you have something you really want to get off your chest or talk about, just so they can hear your inflection and the tone of your voice, then nobody takes anything personally or
and so that's super difficult for me because I hate talking. I hate talking on the phone. And I don't know why. I think it's like the sound of my voice I don't like.
But could you hear your own voice on the phone?
Well, I've like heard my voice on like answering machines.
Well, I hate my voice.
And then I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I don't know. There's something about talking on the phone that just. But I'm getting better. Good. I'm getting better. I phoned you today.
You did? I did. It didn't even sound like you.
For like 2 seconds, I was like, hi, I'm coming to get you. Yeah. Thanks, bye. Like,
it was so quick. I was like, my roommate was like, who was that? I'm like, oh, it's Jordan. He's like, that was really quick. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I was just taking my face off, as Chrissy in Salem had said. I took my face off in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
It was really quick.
Yeah, I don't play around. No. I don't mess around. Even if I'm like hosting a show, No, I have to be the first person out of drag because I just don't. I'm not there for it. I love drag, but also at the same time,
there's a time and place for Sophie and there's a time and place for Jordan. Yeah, absolutely,
exactly. Yeah, and that's a good point. That's another thing that I wanted to bring up briefly. That I don't really want to talk about drag a lot on this show, but we'll bring it up sometimes. It'll come into conversation. But when I'm in drag and people call me Jordan, I cannot. Please don't call me Jordan. If I am in drag. Even if I just have makeup on and I like don't have hair or anything, please call me Sophie.
That's why I froze. PSA. Just beforehand, before our show, there was Levi and Austin's show. What's their show called?
It's called You Asked For It.
You Asked For It. And they had a whole bunch of drag queens on their show tonight, and they all came out, and I didn't know anybody's who they were, and I just froze and shook hands and smiled and nod. But
I mean, they are gigantic women. So it's very intimidating.
Yes,
they are massive.
Look it up.
You didn't. I don't think you got like too much perspective going on, but they are like bordering 7 feet tall. Like they are.
I'm 6 feet, and I was looking up.
Yeah,
I'm like that hair.
Yeah, also that
hair. Yeah, there's a lot of volume.
All right, let's move on. So this is a section that we would like to do. Every week. Called Meme of the Week.
Okay, we were sitting out in like the little waiting room before our show started, and we're surfing the internet, and I came across this picture, and we decided to have a little section or part of the show that we want to talk about the things that made us laugh, funnies of the week. I don't know what you want to call it.
It's just a little lighthearted thing, if we talk about something really serious, we want to end the show on something that's a little lighter and funny, and I thought this was hilarious.
Before we go into it, we've thrown a lot at you guys in like what that's been like 20 minutes. Our show is going to be an hour every Sunday from 7 to 8, and we will kind of pace out different topics from like Jordan was saying at the beginning of the show, and just kind of giving everything its breath and enough time for you guys to comment or message us, which we will plug our social media.
And we'll have lots of guests too.
Yes.
Austin will be in a show soon.
Oh, yes.
Called...
Oh, let me tease this. This is exciting.
Yeah, what is it called?
Okay, it's Alice in Wonderland. Oh my gosh, but guess what? It's devised. Do you know what devised is?
No, I don't know. Please don't lie. I
do. Devised. Okay,
I've done devised, but
those who haven't done devised, it's a daunting word because I have never done devised before, and I was very stressed and excited at the same time. Devised is Not your traditional theater where you're given a script and you go on, or you rehearse and then you go on stage and you perform this piece in front of an audience. It's a group of people, your cast comes together and you talk about what your show is about. And so I'm doing Alice in Wonderland right now. And the unique thing about our show is there's 5 Alices.
Not one, not 2, not 3, but 5.
And the director, Mia, who actually just directed Sapentia at Club Didi, she's also directing Alice in Wonderland, which has been a piece really close to her. But she wanted 5 different Alices, and she wanted each one to be very distinctly different. And I'm the only male Alice. So there's this, this weight and this...
Don't fuck it up.
Oh, no, I think it's exactly right. There's a lot for me to fill. But... we'll talk about that later as I go through the process. But Devise is essentially you get together with your cast and crew and you do all these different exercises, from brain dumps, which is just writing stream of conscious, and basically having a process and pulling things that work, tweaking things, altering things, and just kind of like, it's mainly for the process. And then when you get closer to your show, you kind of pick and choose what worked, what didn't work, and you find a nice way to transition it and make it a show. So we are doing Alice in Wonderland. There'll be some...
So there'll be some weeks where you won't be here.
Yes.
So we'll have rotating people in.
Absolutely.
I won't be by myself.
Nope.
I'm going to make sure we get lots of our friends and family in here and do some of that kind of stuff. But let's go to the
meme
of the week.
We'll go to the meme of the week. Okay.
Because this is hilarious.
It was
I wish
pretty good.
You guys could see it.
Yes, I will do my very best to...
Can I...
Do you want to read it?
Yeah,
can I read it? Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically it's a little clip... little excerpt from a diary. So the picture says, this diary entry from 1877 is indistinguishable from my dating life in 2018.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Here we go.
Right, okay. 10th of October, 1877. I am in love. Her name is Ursula McAvoy. All right.
What a name.
15th of October, 1877. Too hasty by far. The McAvoy woman was not for me. I am planning to kill myself, and if the remainder of these pages are blank, anyone who comes across this diary will know I succeeded.
What's her name again, or what's his name?
It's Drusilla McAvoy.
Drusilla. That
sounds
like
McAvoy.
Like a Game of Thrones name, or like a...
I just thought it was really funny because I love the too hasty by far.
And it was a 5-day difference.
There were 5
days in between.
He's like, I'm in love with her. Oh, no.
No, never mind. In love with myself. Who knows?
We should post that in the comments afterwards of the video. Yeah. So we're gonna try and do that. Try and lighten the mood a little bit, because that is a mood. Definitely
a mood and a half.
A mood and a half. I love this thing where like people are like, that's a mood, right? I mean, like that's like a trend now. That's a mood. That's a look.
I've never heard what
a look. So it's like a look. So it's. Okay, so that's a look, but it's spelled Lewk. Don't ask me why. Okay. We'll talk about it next week, because that's something I need to research on. But someone will be like, that's a Luke. It's a good thing.
You'll never catch me saying that. Actually, I will eventually.
I will. Because I'll say it enough times, and then you'll say it.
That's how much we hang out. It's too much.
That's a mood.
That's a good thing. Like
that's a mood.
Or like when people say tea.
What's the tea?
What's the tea? I always used to think that meant like a drink, you know? I'm like, what does tea stand for?
It's a jasmine tea. What's the tea?
What does tea stand for?
Tea? It's like the truth. What's the truth? What's the tea?
Actually, that's better than saying, what's the D? You know, what's the drama?
Oh, yeah, what's the D?
What's the D? You just go around. People think you're just pouring around. What's the D?
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, like, what's the tea? What's the truth?
Yeah.
It's that kind of
I'm enlightened.
Stuff, so, yeah.
I feel...
You're welcome.
I'm with the times
universe. Yeah. But that's funny, because the next time someone asks me what's the tea, I'm going to be like, it's jasmine. Or it's Earl Grey.
I'm just going to piss them off. It's orange pekoe.
Orange pekoe. Did you just call it pekoe?
Okay, I work at Firestone. Here's the story of that.
Okay.
Really quickly. So I'm a server at Firestone, and we have a wide variety of teas, and people will come in and they'll be like, okay, I'll just like a tea. I'm like, okay, which kind would you like? I'm like, well, what do you have? I'm like... Give me a sec. You come back with this whole wooden like tea tray. I open it up, and it's like the freaking I don't know. It's like this box of treasure, and I'm like, pick your tea. And the one lady was like, don't you just have orange pekoe? And I'm like,
orange pekoe.
That sounds like a fish or a bird.
A pekoe.
Pekoe.
Orange pekoe.
Yeah. Pekoe. Like
that is too
orange
funny.
Peak. Can I get some orange peck?
Can I get some orange peck?
Some orange pea? I don't know.
That's too much.
It's way too much. It's tea.
See, if you did that to me, I would just do this. I would just cover it. Yeah.
Right. Is there a tea that you don't like?
Is there a
This
tea
is
that
not
I
just because you're
don't
British.
like? Wow.
Wow.
I feel very attacked
Did
right
you?
now.
That's
Is there a tea that I don't like? Not that I haven't tried yet. I've tried a lot of different teas. But yeah,
Cool.
I usually just...
Oh, on the topic of tea, really quickly, Jordan and I did green tea before working out.
Yes.
We found out that that's way more stimulant than, or stimulating, than pre-workout,
yes.
which costs a boatload of money.
Whew, and pre-workout made me feel like my heart was going to explode.
I gave way too much.
way too much. So green tea is a great way to... We're just like throwing so much at you.
But
green tea, if you need something to drink before the gym, green tea will get your metabolism going, and it will... it's great pre-workout. Yeah. It actually feels great, and it doesn't feel like my heart is going to explode or my face is numb.
From green tea?
No, from pre-workout. My face went numb.
Yeah.
Like, it was
My body was tingly, and it
was
feel like
so
I'm
weird. And I'm
experience.
like, I don't know why people feel the need to... I mean,
adrenaline,
it did... We were at the gym for like 2 hours that day, though.
I
It was like an hour, and I was like,
lift.
whatever.
Yeah.
An hour? Pfft. No worries. I could do 3
Was this with
hours.
the green tea?
No, this was with the
pre-workout. Yeah.
This was when you gave me that full thing, and then you're like, "Oh, Jordan, I was actually only supposed to
be like a quarter of that."
and you gave me a full thing, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was buzzed for 5 hours.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure no, I couldn't.
Nope.
No, I was up forever.
Okay, good. Do you want to mention where these lovely viewers can send us some questions?
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions or topics or things you'd like us to discuss or anything about us,
we just want to follow our lives. Very exciting people.
Very exciting. No. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is at Paynkiller. PAYNEKILLR. No E, because I'm edgy like that. And that's about it. That's all you can follow me at and like Instagram, like I also put my drag on there too. Like I don't have a separate drag account. So it's just a variety of everything. Don't follow me on Facebook. I literally don't post anything on Facebook anymore ever, except for like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
My life is boring on Facebook. Instagram is where it's at.
Yeah.
What about you?
Instagram as well, and I just recently changed my handle because beforehand I was StarkTron96. That just shows my interests in the life, right? It's
StarkTron.
For those that care,
Love it.
Stark and Tron is like Tony Stark and Tron from But now you can follow me at Timely Noir. I mean, that's no better. It's very, very pretentious, but
I love it.
You know what?
I love it.
I'm going through phases. So you can follow it's
Let him go through his face.
TIMELYNOIR. No spaces. Nothing between
spaces.
Timely
No
Noir.
underscores.
Nothing. Just
no
Timely Noir.
Dots, periods.
Yeah, you'll see a very edgy picture of half my face.
It's
because
it's literally this.
It's a quarter.
It's this.
My eye.
Of his face.
Say Austin Larowich. And you will see, if you go onto my Instagram, a lovely photo of a makeover that I received a couple months ago, actually, by this lovely gentleman right beside me.
Yeah, we did a makeover while I was staying at his place, and it went well.
Yeah, and we're not going to tell you what it is, because you will know which one it is when you go and check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
that was
our time is up.
Yeah, it is.
Ain't that just the way?
Ain't that just the way?
We're gonna have to think of a better way to integrate it. But thank you so much for listening on Jess FM and all your other platforms. Join us weekly at this time. We will go for an hour next week, but this week we let Chrissy and Salem take over for a little bit. So thanks so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week.
It's gonna be great.
Cool.
See you guys.
Awesome.
Yay!